Hello, dear viewers, don't forget to subscribe and like the channel to support us. Thanks in advance. Toyota presents the newly updated 2023 Toyota Sequoia. The 2023 Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro starts at $77,660. Toyota makes a powerful argument for replacing the outgoing Sequoia's V8 with a twin-turbo hybrid V6, a 437 horsepower 583 pound-to-foot argument. The 3.4-litre six-cylinder is paired with an electric motor that contributes 48 horsepower and 184 pounds-to-foot of torque and a 10-speed automatic that performed smoothly, except for a consistent shift lurch between park and drive that reminded us to always buckle up and hold on. It can tow slightly over 9,000 pounds, and it has a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,585 pounds, adequate enough to tow a modest travel trailer. The iForce Max is rated at 19/22/20 of a mile per gallon, city/highway/combined. During a 700-mile, predominantly highway road trip, we averaged 17 to 19 miles per gallon, which met our expectations and is light years better than the V8, but it's not appreciably better than the competition in the MPG department. Its itty-bitty 22.5-gallon gas tank was also an issue, and fill-ups were frequent during our trip. The Tundra TRD Pro has a 32.5-gallon tank, accommodated by its nearly 2-foot longer wheelbase. We could do without the fake engine noise pumped into the interior through the speakers, as the engine's very faint, very occasional turbo whistle. All its twin-turbo V6 competitors do this, and other natural noises were more than enough for us. Out at the test track, the Tundra-based, 6,209 pound Sequoia TRD Pro, with its body-on-frame construction and live-rear axle, accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds and clocked a quarter-mile time of 14.7 seconds at 93.5 miles per hour. It's peppy and quicker than a 5.3-litre 2023 Chevy Tahoe Z71, but the 2022 Ford Expedition Timberline lops nearly a second off the 0 to 60 time with only 3 more horsepower than the Sequoia. A top-of-the-line 2023 Toyota Sequoia Capstone that weighed a mere 26 pounds less than the TRD Pro sprinted to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds and ran a quarter mile in 14.2 seconds at 97.7 miles per hour. That's quite a spread between trims of the same vehicle running tires that are within a whisker of the same diameter, with neither of them breaking traction. Their 0 to 30 mile per hour times are identical. No, we can fully blame aerodynamics here, owing to the TRD's roof rack and its off-road suspension lifting the body 3.5 inches higher into the wind. Maybe the tow hooks also slowed down the TRD Pro. Oh wait, there aren't any recovery hooks to be found on the Sequoia TRD Pro, unless you count the trailer hitch receiver. Like any good off-road vehicle, driving the Sequoia TRD Pro can be a bit exhausting due to all the noise. In addition to the aforementioned fake engine and roof rack noise, there's wind noise, tire noise, exhaust, drone, and noise in general. We had to crank the radio volume just to hear it, which only added more noise. And then, the dash sprouted a rattle. Its undetermined origin caused bickering between driver and passenger. With its lack of soft touch points and abundance of what could be considered hard plastic, the interior of the 2023 Sequoia TRD Pro didn't exactly meet expectations at the $80,000 mark in our book. Despite its impressive 14-inch multimedia touchscreen and 14-speaker JBL audio system that sounded good, remnants of old-school Toyota chunky knobs, switches, and vents remain. For better or worse, those who love Toyotas will still love this one. The soft text-trimmed seats with technical camo pattern inserts, aka faux camouflage graphics, are youthful and rebelliously rule-breaking, but they, too, don't scream $80,000. 3 final zingers: there's no remote start, there's no USB-C data port in the front, only USB-A, and there's no available head-up display. It's not even an option on the TRD Pro. The Sequoia TRD Pro does, however, have Toyota's excellent panoramic view monitor, PVM, system, through which multiple cameras give various viewpoints, including an awesome 360-degree view. There's a great deal of definition and detail. You can clearly see how you're aligned in a parking spot in contrast to other systems that are blurry and basically useless. The middle row captain's chairs absorbed 2 car seats with no problem. There's plenty of room for kid basics to stow between the captain's chairs and on the floor in front of their feet. Speaking of the floor, the Sequoia has a strange problem, perhaps due to the hybrid battery and live rear axle. The second and third row seats don't fold down to create a flat and flush trunk to front seat loading area like the Chevy Z71/GMC AT4, for example. Rather, the folded seats still stick up, protruding from the floor to create a secondary platform above the floor. Loading a flat surface is always easier and more efficient, so this characteristic of the Sequoia architecture is worth noting. Toyota combats this with an adjustable cargo shelf system, with one shelf position lining up with the folded third row seat backs. Sitting in the third row feels like you're sitting on the floor with your knees up high. It's fine for the kiddos, but not so good for the mother-in-law. At least the third row seats slide and recline, and there are third row window shades, but as a result, trunk space goes from tiny to virtually non-existent.